This is RCN News in English. Reporting from Bogota, I'm Brian Andrews, where the Americas are linked with Bogota. What's this group of delegates from Coral Gables in Miami, Florida doing here? We'll tell you in a moment, but first let's send it back to the RCN studios, where Alejo Rincon has a look at the country's top stories.
Thanks, Brian, and let's begin with what the Colombian government is doing to deal with the global economic crisis. They have requested a credit line for $10.4 billion from the International Monetary Fund. Colombia's economics minister, Oscar Iván Zuluaga, says the credit is insurance and won't be used unless the economic slump worsens. He called it a shield for the national economy to protect jobs and growth. SUDANE, which is Colombia's version of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, says national industry production dropped 12.8% last month. The DANE also says new jobs were down 6.7%. These numbers are higher than expected, with the greatest impact in Colombia's auto and textile industries. A bizarre discovery at a Transmilenio construction site. A worker digging on a Carrera Décima hit a human skull with his shovel. He kept digging and found more bones. Now the police and CTI have taken over the scene and are trying to figure out who this person was and how they ended up in the path of the new Transmilenio line. It's dangerous work fighting fires and responding to emergencies. In fact, one firefighter was almost killed when one of the tires on this overturned truck exploded as he and others were trying to respond to the emergency. 2 people were hurt in the accident and the firefighter was taken to a nearby hospital for treatment for his burns. Now let's head up to Tierra Alta in Córdoba, where a former politician was set free by the FARC. Fabio Otero Paternina was reunited with his sons and other family members, but it was a bittersweet reunion because Paternina's wife, who was taken with him, remains in the jungle. And 4,000 families going through tough economic times near Cartagena are getting special financial help from the government of Bolívar. They will be receiving a special debit card which allows them to access public welfare funds of up to 400,000 pesos per family. The cards are part of the Families in Action program. And those are some of the top stories making the news this April 21st. I'm Alejo Rincon, and now let's send it back to Brian Andrews.
All right, thanks very much, Alejo. As we mentioned, we're at the home of the U.S. Ambassador, William Brownfield. Pretty hoity-toity event tonight. He's got delegates in town from South Florida, Coral Gables, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, for the America's Linkage Bogota. These are business leaders who've come here to figure out how can we build a business bridge between South Florida and the Americas. Now, I want you to hear from some of them.
Listen, we are 24 people who are getting in love with Colombia. Of course, I'm Colombian and I'm feeling so well. I'm so happy. And, you know, we are expecting to have a lot of business in the future. This is what we have to do. Bring the Americans, Cubans or Argentinians, Americans, to know Colombia. And when they know what is going on in this country, they will decide that they want to do business with Colombia.
What are your impressions so far of Colombia?
Vibrant, very vibrant, energetic, positive. The people are extremely genuine, and they're eager to do business.
We love Colombia. This is our 4th mission to Colombia, and every year we have 10 additional people come with us.
And what do they say? Is this what they thought it would be?
This is more than what they thought it would be. Colombia has taken a turn for the better. It's probably one of the best missions we have every year.
We all need to help Colombia and help it grow, and that we're part of that growth.
I'm Venezuelan, so I'm very familiar. Just in a chama, I'm very familiar with your country. I'm very proud of being here from Miami, representing Miami as Venezuelan. I always wanted to be, you know, let's be real. This is a global economy now, and it's great to see, you know, all the countries coming together.
We've only been here a day and a half, and it's transformed in terms of what maybe you've read in the last decade. The energy here is amazing. They're so excited to have American businesses here. They're bending over backwards to find ways to do business together. Talk about a country that is really on the precipice of greatness in terms of doing the corporate business that we've known for a long time.
When we show our hospitality, when we show them how nice and how beautiful our people, they live very happy, and they live thinking, I have an opportunity.
So there you have it, a couple of interviews with some South Floridians who are falling in love with Colombia and realizing that Bogota is the place to do business. That's RCN News in English. I'm Brian Andrews, bringing Colombia to the world.